if you win the game after personally being responsible for the deaths of thousands or hundreds, in that case of Squid Game, then you have lost. No matter what anyone tells you, you have lost. No matter if people tell you the money will make you, you have lost. Are you going to sell your soul for money? Everyone that sacrifices themselves for the good of others would have won in their own way. And everyone who has survived and through deception has lost. And you see the two characters in Squid Game.
When he pretends like he doesn't know what's happening in the marble game.
They put these two characters on purpose. One is altruistic but very fucked up in his life, and one is very successful in his life but he's a piece of shit. They go through the game together. Throughout the game, you get to love one and really pity the other. If that is not a lesson, then I don't know what is.
Wow.
The guy wins. 450 people or something die.
But it's too late to save his own mother.
Yes. He loses the very thing he was fighting for. If you think, as a viewer, that you can go through that and then go out and just enjoy your life, then you are a fool. It is not about political strife. It is not about this battle royale kind of feeling that we get, Everyone is so obsessed about finding out whether or not they can survive the game. Doesn't matter if you fucking survive the game. It matters what you do. It matters if you work together. It matters if you think about the other person that's with you. The very few people that helped during the game are the most prominent. You feel so bad about Ali dying.
He opened his heart.
Exactly.
Man, that was my favorite character.
Right? Why? It's because he believed in the goodness of people. And he was betrayed. And it is formulated to make you feel bad, It is put because you have the programming that tells you this person is a good person. Nietzsche really blurred the boundaries between good and bad, but it's not blurred. It's very fucking clear to anyone who can listen to themselves.
Agreed, yeah.
That's I think really the core of Squid Game is not the tests or whether you will survive, or it is if you know that you will probably die, how would you still treat your fellow man?
It's crazy how those people still chose to come back to that after seeing what it was.
It's so sad because you know why it's sad? Because it's the truth. If this were a real life situation, this is probably what would happen. And what's sadder is that even more people would come.
If it's such a common fucking thing that everyone says and everyone hears that money won't solve your problems, then why do so many people still, who I'm sure have heard of this common statement, still choose to do it? Sacrifice everything for that sake?
Because once a loved one is in immediate danger, you would do anything to save them.
But all those other guys who were there, were they all in that situation where a loved one was in immediate danger, do you think?
The loved one can sometimes be yourself. You can be so in love with yourself that you cannot deny yourself the next pleasure wave. Most of the people there were in this complete despair. If you see the first game, the running, the green light, no one had the nerves to stand and understand. Everyone was so broken and so nervous that they just all ran. And that was the elimination of the weak. The culling of the herd. That was on purpose. They knew they would probably vote the game off, and they did. The last guy was the person who was controlling the whole game, and he voted them out because that was the whole intention, to only bring back the ones who were willing to fuck someone else.
Fuck, isn't that... Oh yeah, he was the last guy to vote.
Yes.
Shit.
Right? So, it's pushing to that direction where actually the game masters had nothing to do with the massacres. In the very famous game of the picking of the sugar,
right,
there was no rule that said no one can talk to someone else. They could have all just spoken to each other and understood at the same time.